And hello again, and here I am with my engine. And as you can see, this is how far we got with dismantling the engine in the last episode. So in this episode, hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get this engine completely dismantled right down to a pair of crankcases. And so to begin, the first job is to remove these pistons from the conrods. And so to remove the pistons, I've got to remove the circlets which retain the gudgeon pin in the piston, which is right there. They're a bit fiddly. Now I don't really care about these circlips because I'll be buying new ones rather than trying to reuse these. But hopefully we can just lever them out without too much difficulty. There it goes, look, you see that? It'll probably flick off now and go God knows where, but I don't care. There it goes. Went across the room, that's okay. It didn't go in the engine. Not that I care that much because the engine's coming apart, so anything that falls down, I'll find it anyway. So now can we push this gudgeon pin out of here? My finger. It's going a bit difficult to access, but there you go. I need something to just push it with. Let's try this. There we go. There's a gudgeon pin there. Hopefully it's just pull out. It's all oily, so it's difficult to hold. Let's push it out. There we go. And there it goes. There's number, well, that's number 3. So I have to make sure I keep these together. I'm going to get them mixed up. So there's my number 3 piston removed. Got to do the same thing now with the rest of the pistons. Now at this point I was aiming to buy a new set of pistons for the engine, but to be honest, the bore and these pistons are both in excellent condition. Not sure you can tell, but there's no real marks on here at all, and the piston rings look in good condition. There's no obviously wear on them. There's no wear on the there's no wear on the rings themselves. I will actually take them off and check them for the clearances, the gaps and so on, but at the moment I'm thinking, hey, I can save myself about £500 and retain these pistons and not have to worry about reboring the block. I will get a second opinion, but these actually look in excellent condition. Yes, they're a bit coked up, a bit dirty, but that's not really an issue. So yeah, there's one done and 3 more to go. I don't know. And so with the pistons removed, we can now work on the underside. The first problem we found is this big bolt which holds on the oil filter cover. It's been rounded off, and although the oil's been drained off, when the engine was in the bike, as was, access this wasn't too easy, so yeah, it's a bit of a mess, isn't it? But now we've got the engine out the frame, hopefully we can get an impact gun on there, and despite the fact it's absolutely knackered and rounded off, it should hopefully get this thing undone. If not, we'll have to find a plan B. Right, so this is normally a 17mm, I'm going to hammer on a 16mm.
So we could use that so you don't damage that. You can, don't matter burning that up, but
yes. Okay.
Don't want the socket getting damaged.
No.
Should knock on there.
Right, here goes. This time it's anti-clockwise.
Yep.
No.
No, it's rounding.
It's just rounding it, so that is a problem. And these things happen. So the question is, how on earth do you get that off there? Now, I thought originally, we can just remove the bolts from the sump and the whole lot will come off, but it won't, because that bolt goes into the crankcase.
Correct.
So unless we can get that bolt undone, we can't get into the engine.
Well, you can get a chisel on the edge there and
yeah, I mean, this is dead now, isn't it? I mean, you can't really.
Yeah, you can stick that in there and wobble it.
Okay.
That'll come off so you can see it's rounded it.
Yeah. I think we might have some movement then, or maybe. Yeah, I think it is. It's moving a little bit then.
Yeah, because that was at the top.
Yeah. Oh, you've cut yourself again. Oh well.
An occupational hazard of being a mechanic.
Yeah. You're giving blood, lad. Yeah, it's going now. Look. It's going. It's going.
Yeah.
Thank God for that. I didn't think that was going to work.
You've just got to persevere.
Yeah.
And it goes. There we go. Right.
Oh, there you go. Thank God for that. I think I need a new bolt though.
You're going to get a piss load of oil out of there now. Unless it leaks out of there into the front of the crankcase.
I think it might have leaked out.
Put some of that for me cut.
Yes, there you go.
I'm not getting muck in that.
No. Let's see. I think it's all come out the front.
I think it's gone to the front, yeah. Yeah, it has. It's gone down that hole to the front.
There's not much left in there.
Right.
Well, I think I need a new... Good state of
bolt.
I think a new bolt's required.
Well, there's a... Yeah, the aluminium will dress up.
Yeah, well.
With a bit of wet and dry.
Yeah. That's pretty clean oil filter, and there's no crap on it.
No, is it a genuine one as well?
I don't know. It says
there's oil here on the floor, so it's leaking out somewhere.
Yeah, I think it comes from the front, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's leaked from the front.
Okay, so thank God for that. I'll just go clean up the oil mess, and then we can do a bit more. Right, so now with the engine turned over, we've now got a lot of oil leaking out everywhere, but can't do much about that. But now what I can do is remove all the sump bolts and remove this sump. So hopefully this won't cause me problems. Let's have a go. 1, 2, come on. Yeah, this is going okay. I must say it makes life a lot quicker using this thing, doing it all by hand with a spanner or a socket. Okay, so that one's a bit tight. And these front few are a little bit tight, aren't they? Right, so doesn't want to move yet. I'm being really cautious. I don't want to risk damaging anything or breaking any fins or any castings. Just being really careful. Right, well I think it's coming off now. There you go, it's coming. Let's lift this off here. There we go. Oh, not too bad. There's a bit of crap down in the bottom of this sump. You can see here something that feels a bit odd, a bit gritty, but not too bad. Right, so with that off then, we can now move on, and you can see here we've got oil filter strainer. There's the starter clutch. There's a primary. This should be pretty tight. It's not pretty tight. This is where we need to fit a new one. To fit a new one, of course, we've got to take the whole engine apart, but that's okay. That's part of the plan, because these cases have to be blasted and recoated, and that means taking everything completely apart. But yeah, it's not too bad. And just a quick scan inside here. From what I can see, you know, everything looks pretty clean. I can't see any damaged teeth or anything like that. Obviously, can't see everything just now, but yeah, it looks not too bad at all. So now what I can do is remove the inner sprocket cover. That's what's next. Now here we are, another day, and it's going okay so far. We've removed the oil pump, as you can see, which requires moving this gear, which goes here. Well, it goes on the other side. We've also removed the inner sprocket cover, as you can see, and we've removed the jack shaft which holds the primary. So now we'll just remove the bolt which holds on this rotor. That's got to come off. Once we've done that, I think we're pretty safe to start unbolting the crankcase bolts, which will allow us to split the cases, which is where I want to be at the end of this morning. So yeah,
that's on the crank now. So a sharp knock there.
Yeah.
Oops. Easy.
Don't hit yourself. There we go. And there's the rotor off the engine. Brilliant.
I mean, you don't have to, if you were just changing a cam chain, for instance, or you were, this seal was new, you wouldn't have to pull the rotor off.
No.
But obviously, while it's apart, you're changing these seals, so the rotor has to come off the crank.
Yeah, in theory, we can undo all these bolts in the appropriate order.
Well, you've got the upper ones as well, so
yes.
Depends which way you want to do this. Some people flip the engine at this point, take all the upper ones out.
Yeah, and then I think we'll do that.
And then pull the bottom crankcase off when you've done all the bottom ones.
Yeah, I think we'll do that. I think we'll do the top first, then invert it, and then finish off with this.
Yeah.
And luckily, it's getting a bit lighter now, isn't it, as we make progress. Yeah. Just a bit lighter.
So they can all go back in.
Yes, and
again.
take them out. Well,
done its job.
Yeah, that's what.
This is why I bought all these for when I was doing these jobs on site.
Yeah. Right. Here we go. So there we go.
You can actually see the wear in that spline now.
Yeah.
Where the if you put a sprocket on that, it'll probably have a lot of backlash at it.
Yeah. This is the output shaft here. It looks like somebody's perhaps fitted a sprocket and didn't do it up tight, or the sprocket was worn.
Maybe the nuts come loose.
Yeah, and it's like
it's been chattering on the spline.
It's worn that.
It's indented the spline there.
Yeah. So we need to have a new output shaft.
Yeah. And
someone told me on YouTube not long ago that I could fit an output shaft from either a Zephyr or a ZR7S because they extend out a bit further, which makes it easier to fit a wider back.
You can use a normal sprocket instead of a dished sprocket.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going for 180, which I think is wider than you ever got on a ZR7.
Yeah.
But it all helps. So since I need a new one anyway, or a used one, I'll go looking for one from a ZR7S, which is the most recent version of this engine.
Yeah.
Right, so now we've got all these bolts to undo.
6 millis.
1, 2, 3. There's lots on there.
Here, start there.
Yeah.
And it finishes the same place on the other side there.
Okay, so it's all the way around here.
Yeah.
And then invert it, and then hopefully it'll all come apart. And that's well, that's it for now.
That's it for now.
Brilliant.
You'll need to take those reducer dowels out before you lose them with a magnet.
Yeah.
Just grab a magnet.
Yeah. Two left, and the two that right recess down here.
We'll get a breaker bar on it and try it.
Maybe.
Shear them off.
Well,
problem, isn't it?
If need be. It's got to come apart. We shear off the bolt, and we shear off the bolt. This comes apart.
See, the bolts go through here into the crankcase.
Yeah, they're really long, aren't they?
Yeah, but they're just either side of the shell bearings. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so if they don't come out. Oh, it's a fucking 3 again. Oh. It's recovered. The battery's recovered.
Right, so you just shocked it a little bit and give it another go. Nope. Oh! So,
that was alright.
Hitting the top with a hammer.
Shocks the threads.
Yeah, and helps to. So give that another go. And hopefully that last one will come out.
See what that is? So it's got a slot down it.
Yes.
Used to put that in a drill with some wet and dry across
and
there.
Use it for
porting.
Yeah.
Yeah, many moons ago. It's probably been in my box 30 years then.
Yeah. Right, fingers crossed that will get that last bolt out. Oh, it has. Thank God for that. I'm glad you're a mechanic and not me. So now, those two cases should...
Where do they belong?
With
all the others.
With all the others, yeah.
Yeah, these cases should just knock apart now.
Famous last words. Let's see if this will work.
See there? You've got a pry point.
Yeah. I always worry about using them.
Well, that's what they're designed for.
Yeah.
Gone there.
Yeah, it's not went then.
On the other side there'll be a pry point. Just put the screwdriver in and twist it. Yeah, I see it's going. There you go. It's gone. That's all it takes.
That's all it takes. Right, so fingers crossed this should just lift off with no problems at all.
No problems at all.
No, that's all.
There we go, so that's it. There you go. That off, that lot come off.
Yeah, and here we have...
Don't lift it up at the back, lift it up at the front as well.
I'll try and get my hands on it.
There
we go. One lower engine case.
One lower engine case.
And let's move it out of the way.
Let's look at them shells. Oh, they're mint, aren't they?
Shells.
Yeah, shell bearings.
Shell bearings, yes.
So,
Look pretty nice.
hey, look. So what you do is you take them out one at a time, brake cleaner, lower 1, lower 2, lower 3,
yes.
or B1, B2, bottom.
Keep them all in line.
Keep B5,
yes.
so that you know where they come from. And the same with the top ones,
yes.
T1 to 5.
Yes, once we've taken it.
And then you can reuse it. Now what you can see here now, normally, there's sometimes check the end floats on the crank.
Not much is there, this one, eh? It's not really much, is it?
No, it's not actually. Unless I'm not getting a good purchase on it.
Yeah, it's difficult.
That crank's mint, isn't it? Them gerbils look nice. Look at that, that's nice, that, apart from like dirty oil.
Yeah, it's a pity about this bloody thing.
Yeah, but you were thinking of changing that anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, there's that cover for the...
Oh, yes. So if I'm right, I think we can just lift this out now, can't we?
They just lift out.
Yeah, just lift out. Here we go, 1. And 2.
Simple.
Simple as
We've
that.
got the 2 set rings, one there and one there.
Yeah, mustn't lose them.
There's an oil way, which feeds oil
Here we go.
to the gearbox.
Yes.
And there's a little rubber bung. See that little where that?
Yes.
That's a rubber bung. You flick that out with a tiny pick.
Yeah.
And then you can wash it out and use cotton buds, and then you put that rubber bung back in.
Okay.
While it's apart, you can. That's what I do on all the engines. Clean all the oil ways. Oh. It is start tight on this side as well.
Yeah.
Let's just flip that seal out.
Lucky we won't be reusing seals, so it doesn't matter.
Now, with those seals out, that will just come out no problem. There we go. The chain's got stuck in the cam chain.
Yeah, we got it dangling around now. Right, go on.
There we go.
So now we put that down. Right there. Yeah, so there we have the old and the new. And
You can see the difference here.
How far is that? About 3 or 4 mil?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, more than enough to warrant
When you
a new
pull them
one.
both taut.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's more like 5 mil when you pull them taut.
Yeah. And so with the crankcases apart, we've now just got to remove this selector drum and an idler gear here and a few more small things, and then these cases, along with everything else, can go off to be recoated by a local company called Camcoat, who I've used before. Now, there are still a few things I've got to do, such as having the broken fin repaired on the barrel. So we'll next see these cases when they look brand new. So that's it for now then, and so thanks for watching and cheers.